Hey everyone, Dreki here. I'm just moving into my new place in Canada and I noticed that the lighting for video sucks in here. There's real harsh shadows, it's not very bright, and also the colors are a bit off with the lights that I have. So I bought a cheap lighting kit from Amazon and we're gonna see if that helps. Let's break it open. So there is really two different styles to these kits. The first is LED panels, which I think are better for close-ups on faces. If you're doing vlogging or something, that's probably the way to go. But I went with these big soft boxes because I really want some diffused light. I have the option of included light bulbs or my own LED bulbs, which are the ones I'm going to use. So basically these ones are just light sockets that you screw a light bulb into, they shine through a soft box to diffuse it, and yeah, as you can see, super basic. Two switches, I guess controls two of the lights at a time, and this really thin, cheap power cable. That's a little bit concerning. Other than that, it doesn't feel too bad though. It's made out of plastic, but it is pretty solid. The mount here has a little bit of metal on it, just right on the inside there. And there is a fuse too, so it's a 3-amp fuse. If you use lights that are too strong, I guess it will pop the fuse before burning out the cable. I guess that's a little bit more reassuring. Also in the box here is a whole ton of fluorescent light bulbs. I'm not going to use any of these because I have my LEDs, but as you can see, these are just big light bulbs with lots of power. These will output quite a bit of light if you end up going with them. But again, I don't really trust this with fluorescent lights given how thick the power cable is, and also the fact that fluorescents get quite hot. Also in the box here we have a couple packages that contain our soft boxes, and this horrible bag that has the stands in it, and this bag is such poor quality, thin, cheap, and mine actually came with a big cut in it, so it's not going to be super useful to anyone at all. As you can see, the soft boxes, they're actually pretty nice. They've got a reflective material on the inside to reflect heat and light, and you know what, they're not too bad. Brand name ones would be thicker, but beggars can't be choosers when you only paid 70 bucks. There's the diffusion material. And yeah, I'm just going to leave all these lights in here because I'm not using them. Let's just open the bag, try and find a stand. See what I mean by this bag being such poor quality? Yeah. The stands themselves are not too bad. Made out of metal, plastic joints, and actually not too much flex, just a little bit of wobble here and there. We'll see how it mounts with the light on it in just a moment. So the light just goes straight onto the stand, screws right on. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I have a feeling a lot of people will be starting YouTube channels now, just given the economic state of the world. It's going to be hard to find a job and make money, and you know what, YouTube is something that you can do to entertain yourself even if most people don't make it big. And as you can see here, with the stand in place and everything screwed in, light bulbs just go like that. And yeah, it looks a little bit ridiculous, but I assure you it does work. And then as you can see, there's these little holes around the side. These things just slip into place, and then the softbox is actually mounted on the tops of these little rods here. So yeah, that's about how that works. As you can see, I've really only got the 2 bulbs in here so far, just giving this a quick test to see how it goes. 1 switch, 2 switch. Yeah, it seems to work pretty well. Let's get those soft boxes mounted. So I don't really recommend doing this, but LEDs, they run so much colder that I can touch it within minutes of having it off, versus the compact fluorescents, which are going to be quite hot. That'll make you sweaty. that'll risk burning any cheap materials put in the system, so I would highly recommend using LEDs if you do end up getting something like this. Oops. You should probably do this before you put the lights on, to be honest. Little rods. One goes in each corner, like this, and then just hook in place. There we are, there's one. Or two. Just slip it in like that. Do have all the velcros around the edges. Just basically pull it over like that. And there we are. Alright, and just giving her a test. Perfect. Let's see how it looks on me over there. So once you get it set up, it's really not that bad. Yeah, the stand is a little bit flimsy and I guess it's a little bit frumpy looking overall, but in reality you're not going to see it on camera most of the time. And the important part, the buttons, seem to be pretty solidly built. I still am a little concerned about the thickness of the power cable. It's really quite thin. But now that we're running LED lights instead of fluorescents, there's a lot lower power draw, so that's less of an issue. So this is what the lighting in my house looked like before I installed a couple of these LEDs. You can see real harsh shadows. Color's okay, but that's mostly the camera making up for it. Let's turn them on in 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, that is way brighter. It's insane just how bright it is in here now. And I don't even have these lights laid out all that well yet. I just pointed one at the wall to bounce and get rid of the shadows, one more to fill in my face, and this one here is just to show it off to you. So really once I take some time to actually set them up, put them in the proper position, we can get some really good looking lighting using just these simple lights that cost less than $75, including the LED bulbs. So in my opinion, it's totally worth it. Maybe if you're doing close-up face shots a little bit more, it'd be worth investigating LED panels instead of something like this. They're not really that much more expensive, they're just a little bit less diffused, and I don't find them to be as bright, especially the cheap ones. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please just let me know in the comments below.